Okay, all right. Welcome back to the Monday service. We are back again, me and my problematic child here. Lero tinagwiza noti tibwere mwamwambo ngati my future rich aunties and rich uncles. Ndebajeti vavala mazenera. Ma rich aunties ma rich uncles amavala mazenera madukuso pale paje nafe nde ma rich uncles amazava kweti pa black superstar iwoto ndineru pakana it is well with my soul. Yeah. So paja timayamikira ndelero tiyamikire kukwa anthu ena ake anatiponyera kawaini kavinyo paja tumakamba za vinyo ndi ena ake anatiponyera kavinyo utha kuti tanyamula bwino
kodi
anativungira vinyo
mgonero mazamba ipo mna nkhani ya magaina ako mati waini oti wa mgonero amabuka naye
uso sasa
ndo abwino bwino
unabubo usuja amene ndamwetsa yesuja uyu ngabuno bwino
kodi
ndi nkhani yake yomwe ndeti ngoyamikirako kwa ma sponsors amande service kuti mukumati kumbukira kwa basi mumati konda usamasekelele choncho iwe paka umapalamula soti
ndapalamulatu
So
I have a friend who happened to be in a salon and kuti amakamba nkhani yanga. So there's this girl who is so sure kuti I have twins koma ndinakana mimba ma twins. So Malawians amene mukuzoti ari mulindananga mabasa amene nesindiwazi
come forward
let's
make them four but it's a baby daddy of two now they are twins somewhere
we unwake ndikhoza kuvana mwineti koma nawo
neneso ndinkamba kuso ine ndapera chapa office chapena pake nde akuti Gugu show yako ya wiki nonnaonera usavule mazenera tavala
hani sindibaya
ili bwinobwino ita mwena kubango ata amene ajawa macheza nawachi sindimayembekezo langa khale mdzima ungati mmene akuonekera kathupi kochepa koma kangoyankhula dzimawu ndekuti soti kumusiko soti mngodalisike nangoti nkhani khangati tiye ndilekere pompa chifukwa mukunkambani mwana wanga ndiye kutoko ndoti kumapalamula kusoti anthu ambiri amaorganizira zimenezi kapena kuti ukhale soni matwinzi ndi ana awiri enawo nkhani zake
matwinzi ndi allegedly
ife tifuna maumboni tavungane maumboni kaisi makamaka wa matwinziyo
ndipo matwinzi olota bwera comment section ndikulondoleti kuti ananga okhawa
tumizere nambala ine
I don't even know. It's not true.
Komana dawo awurali sure munkhani umene mwanduza
and you know the funny thing, this is not the first time
choncho
namvawo
iwe bwana chilipo mufuna kuti tirana auje na church clay kuko akulangizeni but anyway let's jump into today's story. I want you to dissect this story. I don't even know which part are you going to take, right? Because I feel like there are two parts. Anyway, you will just pick your side. Come, I feel like desire gambeso, you will panga pick side, then desire gambaso, the other side, meaning do because I feel like we need to
have two sides.
Yeah. But anyway, so baby girl, we know again, baby girl watui so you nigga makai pankani yeku ine ai babani komatingo yamba. So anyway, baby girl has been married for about I think 12 years. Yeah, 12 years. She's been married for 12 years. So she's saying her husband has a cousin, like first generation cousin. And they are very, very close, right? So the husband, amagwira ntchito ya bo, iye she's a civil engineer. Komano firm yake imene amagwira ntchitoyo, like amagwira ntchito based on contracts. So sometimes, most of the times, amakoti alibe, they don't have work. Komano when they have kuli ntchito, kumabwera dola yambiri, right? So anyway, their marriage is very beautiful. They have 2 kids. So yeah, Zapabo, you know, Zapajitaon. So yes, now their marriage is very good. It's very great. Right? So anyway, when they were getting married, obviously the husband introduced her to the cousin, who also happens to be the best friend. So it was like, podi pachibale, mwaguti iti chibale ichichi. So namba nokumachezerana ano ninkazi wake wa cousin uja kanunga ni my sister in marriages. He now also cast on my besties, and now only to kumaendelana and everything else. China just is a bobo.
Yeah.
Anyway, time is passing by. All families are all good. All everything else is all good. So the husband go churchy, and I was already anampata saudi ndo kumene kuja wena kuti ndithu amalalikira zinthu zabwinobwino njani. So anyway, it's a Christian family. Everything else is going on all right until one fateful Sunday or Monday, since it's a Monday. One fateful Monday where the cousin dies. Right? So he dies, he passes away, and then he mwambo, everything else chilikusiwa kumalilo kuja. Right? Na tukulira asima ife tili nyumba moja tukulira mangoma tukulira chonchichi wanaza tulukira ndani nsimai andi ana ake so tu noda ineso nabwera awaso anayi ndani amunanga.
Okay.
Right? So now we are all shocked because I'm also in this house of the funeral. We are all shocked. What is happening? So Wuyu, our sister in marriage is like, no, I don't know anything else about you, and please respect. This is my home. Ine sindo kubanga now. So tukubanga mavuvu yonjija now our husband comes in and order Wuyu mpatsene malo. For you, ninkazi wajiwili wa ndani wa kazini. Kurogo Wuyu zona kuti she has all the right, cause my cousin anakwatira nkazi. Kurogo mene tinakapanga kale madongo solo, tinakalipira kale bride price and everything else. So usandiangane jonjo nkani wenda jonje ndithu. Yeah. So muloleni mpatseni malo akhale apo. Yeah. And Baba Jamuriani, Kurogo, you knew that my husband had another woman, and so says you saw me. Kumavutika muntu wadwala for a minute, ndamudwazika, pakana wamwalira, and you did not even tell me kuti there was another woman. Okay, chabwino. Ndali ngati modana ndi Kurogo, kuti mumpatsa malo, and even like she has to be part of the mwambwe. Said my guy gankara anamuika balist. So my proceedings is after the malilo, the plan was in kuti agamapanga share agamagawa katundu. Baby girl number 2 naiswa alimuyani ali part of the list. Mami girl givankana nazara okay chabwino yo jana ngozuka ndu kukagwada pamene panali our husband. Sinangana inda akulo ena ndekuti maliro ali nyumba. I was like, okay, ineyo zikomo pa treatment imene mandipatsa. Ineyo I have done everything else. I've built this house, my properties, amene tapanga. It was me sweating, putting my money, my sweat, my everything in this. I have built this marriage, everything else. kumundu azika muntu impaka na kumwalira. And you people, you are telling me what you want to give all my properties, everything else to another person. When I would hear her only job was just to open her legs. I'm quoting it, Pepani. Her job was just to open her legs and to be a dependent on my fortune, on my money. Ndelelo mukumulemekeza uyo ine mwandilenga ngati chitsiro zikomo kwambiri ine ndapita. She left Marital muyani ali nyumba. Right? Our husband is being defensive, is being rude, whatever, and because she could have just humbled herself. While all of this is happening, I'm seeing all of these things, right? Now, in the background, we're doing my processes on the Kadundu, Kudi I end up between MG1 and MG2. So now, tafika kunyumba. She asked the husband, Komano, are you sure kudi treatment imene mwambata uyu ndiolondola? And you knew kwena kudi there was another woman. And you did not even tell anybody. I didn't even know about this. Kodu karamadero. He said, it's in every man's nature kukanda azimai angabo. Right? Anyway, he was being defensive, and then at the end he says, no, it's in every man's nature to have multiple wives. So she says, something, when he said that, something broke within her. Like everything else changed. The way that she saw him, everything else changed. So he noticed that shift. And then he tried to sugarcoat it. No. Come on, it doesn't mean good news in the no date. I'm not like that. You're the only one that I have. Right? So because of that shift of the thing that broke within her, she said she started now planning. Because she sat down and with the way Antoine treating Zanga Oja, what makes me so sure that he is not going to do the same thing? To me. Right? Or
something is not.
Yes. Because yes, he has a good job. Like my assets, like all the assets that we have, I've put almost 80% into building all these assets. Because she has a good job, in as much as it's a contract.
Yeah.
Contract millions ambili, right? So all the luxury cars, they're driving, their houses that they have, my flats they rent out. She has put in a lot of effort into all of those things, right? So she sat down on the nail. And is easy. Nah, I'm not going to do that. So she says they had a joint account. They were putting I think Alice Amega got 30% of their salary. She stopped doing that. So he noticed that much, and I said, well, I know I'm Dilibe Jenny and Dilibe drama, and I don't have any work banoba. So she opened another account where now she started depositing her money. And then while she's doing that, joint account kunali about 30 mil. She tells her husband, Ujen, my sister already mwelege and drama. So about 20 million. And then so the husband was no, that's fine. Cause Mbuyom and the sister was giving them even more than what they're asking for. She transferred that money to her new account. Then she bought land and started developing. That land, bas, amanga ma timtema my flat at that time I'm gonna kumaliza. And all of these things is happening in a span of 1 year. Yeah. While that is happening, the husband gets wind of that project. And then he approaches her. And how come you didn't tell me about this?
Yeah.
I was like, no. I was like, no, if you want peace in this house,
You have to explain yourself.
not just explain. Komano, you need good nodi. That property, it has to be in both our names. And then she was like, it's sitting up so like, what do you mean? It's like, no, in your treatment, that munampata, it taught me a lesson. Because I don't even know you. I don't know you. Because if you were able to stand and defend another woman that none of us even knew, then who am I? Me and my kids are actually going to be out. So actually, she when she bought that land, she put it in the names of the kids. Yes, right. So it's like, guy, in a similar guy, yes, you have to put this property either in our names or my name. So paganana mwida family meeting. I'm like, if you're not going to do that, then I'm going to divorce you. So she's saying, yeah, she's not doing whatever these people are asking her to do. So recently they called her a couple of weeks ago. They called for a family meeting. Goody and so the family told her Woody she has to change ownership into his name, something else like that. So she just answered, Goody, I'll think about it. But deep down, she knows Goody, she's not going to do anything else about that.
Yeah.
Right? So, and also at the same time, with the way that the husband is talking, she's not going to do anything. Banjara tabu. She's saying she doesn't care. Because for her safety is not there. Komano antu. They're saying, Goody, zimena abangas enduza mngano. She's so she just wants to have our opinion. Kudi, is it a wrong thing that she's doing? Because she's not. She knows fully 100% because she's not going to hand over her property. And if ngadbanja ngadadawa ukanga banja lite, she's ready with the banja lite. Komano is her decision wrong about the property thing. So that's where we have landed ourselves.
Okay.
Ndeneo majimva jimpwili kiti chake.
She's not wrong.
Okay.
One of the things all of us have to understand about marriage is, I think I'm always biased on the Christian faith. Good, the Bible says, good, a man and a woman shall leave their parents. The woman shall leave her parents and cleave to the husband, and the husband also shall leave, and these two shall become one.
Yeah.
In this case, this is not oneness. I think people say good women have to be respectful and submissive to husbands.
Yes.
I agree. But at the same time, I always say, Goody, submission that gets you killed, submission that puts your life in danger is not submission, it's stupidity. I think last time I said, Goody, why do people expect women to follow men that are not leading? Right? So in the trajectory, many adawa, I think it's already wrong. I think there are more ujene which can be broken down, but you don't expect her to see you guys sideline somebody who had stood with one of your own on last minute in the Usidwa, all of you are okay with it, and you expect her not to build a contingency plan. And also, that was different. But in this case, this one is thinking about her kids. And probably what build why build and we can zina la ana. So it's not even in her name.
Yeah.
Why are these guys freaking out? Because their kids are theirs also.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it tells you good these guys have ulterior motives. Because at the end of the day, why should you build something and put it in my name if you have put it in our kids' name? So I think there is still a mindset that a lot of us have when it comes to marriage, but I think we can do better. Number one is the aspect my brother wa Marira kena kuti gaweju majage in between maybe the family and ajibale atu. I've seen my parents grow up. I've realized, Kuti, there is so much that happens in the development of a family that everybody have no idea. I've seen my mom take a loan. They are building a house, take a loan. They are buying a car, and this woman is just taking money, going. Don't have 2 years. She's going to work. I've seen that during family gatherings. And they feel entitled. But they don't understand how much this woman has waited. But they're doing business. So people think the man is making more money.
Yeah.
So I think it's in the interest of her to keep advancing. And if the husband cannot sit down, this is just about a property and say, I'm going to divorce you because you didn't put it in my name. That marriage was already done.
Okay. I want to take you back a little bit. You have said a very good word, which has also brought about a lot of debates in so many circles, whether it's feminist or whatever circle it is.
Yeah.
Submission, right? You have said, yes, the Bible talks about submission. Komano, what is submission? What is to be submissive as a wife? What does that tell us? Google?
There's something that I want, so I want in a basic.
Okay.
English says submissions means every word that I'm saying.
Thank you.
Choosing to respect, support, cooperate with somebody's leadership or role.
Okay.
Not only because you are weaker, but because you value peace, order, and partnership.
Okay.
Submission means choosing to respect, support, cooperate with someone's leadership or role. Not because you are weaker, but because you value peace, order, and partnership.
Okay. Thank you very much for that definition. Beautiful definition. Right? There's respect, there's there's minimum, right? So should we say that based on that definition, right, is it only a woman's role to give the submission, to submit, based on that definition?
Based on this definition?
Yes. Respect.
This one says submission means choosing to respect, support, cooperate with someone else's leadership or law, not because you are weaker, but because you value peace, order, and partnership.
Support, respect,
Oxford says with the action of accepting or yielding to superior force or to authority or will of another person.
Okay. Can a man submit to a woman?
Yes, he can.
Okay, but then why is it always it's you as a woman?
Okay,
you need to submit.
I think I'm not alpha male nor pro feminism, but I'm somebody else who sees through the gray line.
Yeah.
Like Mina definition in Magasaka, it says, you choose.
Yes.
Number one is choice.
Yeah.
All right. A woman is supposed to be a partner of a man. I think in biblical context, somebody helper. You understand? When we come to Gugu, I am helping in the office that I got employed in. Just because you're my boss doesn't mean you are not gonna submit to a certain thing. Not because you are weaker. Not because you are weaker, but you're trying to make something move. Because there are times all of us are gifted differently. And even in the biblical context, when people talk about Proverbs 31, have you figured out if people that have read Proverbs 31 seems like it's a woman more ahead than the man? Because everybody else says, I'm a Proverbs 31 woman. No, a Proverbs 31 woman is a woman of leadership. So leadership has always been categorized. A woman has to submit. What a man says, no. It's a partnership. That's what marriage is, partnership. So somebody else is stronger in areas where somebody else is weaker. And when it comes to this submission thing, you don't submit to somebody because you are lesser. but there is partnership. That's a problem that people have. When people talk about submission, you are weaker, I am stronger.
Yeah.
No. Submissions has to do with our vision and ideologies. Many tukupangira ababa tukupanga za ndalama, and Gugu is a good financial manager. Babe, what can we do? Hayi uzwajani iwe tatere kena kuuchoka amene bobo tikupita, let's say, in investment, uzaziwa kuti ine I'm not good at investing. Babe, what do you think about this? So you are choosing to submit to me not because I'm a man, but because you have seen vision and leadership. So we cannot talk about submission without talking about vision and leadership. And the fact that the fact that you have to tell a woman to submit to you, you have already failed as a man. Because undimve. Let me tell you something. When you meet a person who has a vision, who is advancing, these people will sweep you off your feet. Kuti, you'd have to give yourself to say, I want to follow this thing. A lot of us, submission. There is no voice of the man, there's no voice of the woman. A lot of homes,
there's a lot of outside noise.
Yes, because there's no leadership. And you should understand, no man can lead unless he is a better follower. So a man who is capable of leading a woman has to be capable of following a vision. Not following his father, not following his mother, but following a vision. So the woman is not even submitting because I'm weaker. You see your husband, baby, I'm gonna should support his vision. Because branch, because of his ability to follow a vision, I'll be very important on that.
And nene commenting nagagi kama kondo ruga ari fe mondo kwangwa kwambili ngo just specific warila ne zimene mune nanzi inu muzire mphavu wa upatsani yonda.
Let me ask you something. Was Jesus married? Was Paul married? These are people that have flamed the framework of marriage itself. At the end of the day, people agadzafika ngozamba ukuza kuti mumakondo kamba nkhani zakuli because it's because you have struck a nerve. They're just not willing to admit that thing.
Kuti tukauza kuzanzelu kwe?
Kuti chinthu chanzelu.
Chabwino. Ine pa submissive bo o submission yo. Mwa yankhula ndithu mochakuka bwino. Wanitsangalasa. Mwa yankhula kuzanzelu ko. Okay. So now getting back to our story, right? You have talked about vision. Guys, I need to apologize. I mean, this life is tough, eh? Come on, a little bit selfish, a little bit in this marriage. I remember my sister-in-law actually. She told me, Gugu, you know, when you have a man, whatever, don't give your 100. Give utawupeleka 70. Keep the 30 for yourself. It's not you people also like to think in the negatives. No. Komano, whenever, like in every form of relationship, right? Platonic, romantic, marriage, or just dating, whatnot. And this is one of my strongest beliefs. I always say, most people, we lose ourselves to the idea or to these offices of relationships, right? You lose your awe to the person that you're giving yourself to. You forget your dreams, you forget your visions, what you like, because you even notice what you're liking, basically it's what the other person liked, and then you started liking it, and then it became your thing. You forget, okay, you like, what do you like to wear, or what do you like to read, or what kind of movies do you like to watch? Those kind of things that make you lose them all, and know the other person's character, and you become them in the name of we are one body, one soul. What? that 30% or that 40% that you're keeping, it's for you, right? For whether it's for your dreams, your career, your you. You want to take yourself out on a date while you're still with another person, or you want to go hang out with your girls, and in that moment, you just want to let your hair down, or just take off your socks as a man and just be ragged without somebody else judging you. I wouldn't marry so, But most people would tend to forget about those things. That's where I think my issues in on minorities a submission, and even getting to a point where you are hiding big life changing things. Whether it's a project or this nigga is married somewhere else. Most definitely the family knew, but nobody also knew at the same time, right? We're selfish. You know what? I'm just spitting a lot of nonsense that don't make any sense at this particular moment. That's how this is. Yeah, it's nerve wracking, right? Because for me, it's men are okay. I will say this.
Yeah.
Right? You know what? Let me say this nicely. A little bit. You see my eyes for the first time today. Ooh, the light. Okay. I'll say this, right? You can quote me, you cannot call me. But men, they don't lose themselves. Men are selfish by themselves. Not their selfishness is in this way. Let me break it down before you come for my head and my intestines and everything else. You get to see men will not lose the things that make them to be them. They will not change their behavioral patterns because you are there. They are not going to stop for if I am managing mabanga za services. Is it? You tend to see with men are not going to stop going to a club, even when they are married, going to a club or drinking because you're there, or hanging out with the boys just because you are there. Then you are going to start having issues. Azanu ajande ajasin saman sangala because they're teaching you bad behavior. And now Zindongazwenezo is still bringing in mapokoso inai, right? It's the type of dressing that you like. They're not going to change it until you're making an issue out of it, right? But for us from the get-go, we as in women will change everything just because we want to be your what? What is that word?
Soulmate or the one?
The soulmate, the it woman, the wife material or whatever. Akangonodi ineru niwa wona nzima onodi ama sunga nacho. Ne ukakoli we unatira. Bombo. You have changed your mind. Bas nduga meda. You don't even tell him, you just make that decision by yourself, but it's stemming from what he's telling you he likes his women to be, right? And little by little, you are changing who you are. Little by little, you like, I'm a one mpile we mpilo sumo sangalas. Iwe ambagale tada gina gini jose jampia, right? So we tend to lose ourselves within relationships because we want to fit the other person's narrative, which is very wrong, right? It's not wrong to be aligned, right, as a relationship, whether platonic, romantic, whatever, all of those things. It's not wrong. Komano, the point where you have totally lost yourself. You don't even know who you are. Without this person, you cannot be you. That's where the danger is. Because, uyu, as I was saying, because if this man is capable of keeping a big secret like this, and she is not wrong to be scared. No. What does the future hold for me and my kids? If this man was able to keep this secret from me, and not just from me, but also from my friend, and this is his like cousin's wife, right? Even though not him as a person, as a man, he did not change his values or what you're saying, his visions, right? His vision as a man towards his family, he has his own vision, but it's not the oneness that we're talking about here, right? And even him, he's more concerned about property than trying to regain back her trust. Because he knows could he messed up. Yeah. So why is he not fighting to gain that trust back? But he's more focused on, oh, Gumanga Jagut, I need to have a piece of that.
Yeah.
Why is that?
People, I think
I've just said this bunch of nonsense and it makes sense.
Aye, but it makes sense. And I think it's more the made when
Sorry, Naiwa.
I'm not over my glass.
Bye-bye. Hey, rich auntie.
And we have made a mistake to say unity. Uniformity is unity.
Yeah.
And uniformity brings boringness. The beautiful thing about life is the diversity.
Yeah, true.
People can be diverse and still be united. And Uzabange notice a lot of people that are going out, maybe trying to get a second wife, to get into a situationship, they are looking for diversity. Because in relationships, we have failed to give each other diversity. For example, as a man, I'm not looking for a replica of me. On the vet. So, for example, a woman, she's a helpmate in a Christian context.
Yeah.
Is because the fact that you needed that woman, it was because you have a deficit in a certain area. It may not be maybe in a financial area, but it may be an emotional area. It may not be in an emotional area. It may be another different aspect of your life. But a lot of us now forgo that. Women would say, good, I'm going to align with the man, what he likes, without even saying, good, I'm going to do this that is different with that. Yeah. And the man now gets bored of the family, looks for another person. Not necessarily the goody amafuna muntu, but is looking for diversity. Go. Was this one is even in relationships? That's a problem. People are trying to blend. Mamuna amapita go club. Amate niso jambo vio club. Demuntu jama pita. I think Dremo did a song about that. Amanina guru nandi ambita mo washisha ndiwe. He was not looking for a replica. So the moment you align to that, you become boring. You become just like another thing. So people are gonna jump to another thrill. I think the secret is being independently ourselves.
Okay, Malisa? Yeah, Malisa.
I think the trick is being independently yourself, but at the same time aligning with other person. Alignment is very important.
Yes.
You know what? I'm a person who never likes football. I'm telling you, I'm trying to be a fan.
Yeah.
I'm trying to show her support.
Yes.
She will know what Ngozo Zampira Sara.
Yes.
Now, from there, Pampira Patabo. Ine, I'm an anime fan. Then you must punk. Tuone analuto pa. Tuone la One Piece pa. You understand? And you get to see and now you get to see good umazo diversity mejema kutengira ni kutari. Because say I'm building a studio. I want to open, let's say, a podcast. Iwe, you are somebody else who is into maybe home furnishing. When they say, "It's okay, babe. You want a company yako meneko inendikuwanga registers into ndizapenteza. That's not something that has my interest, but we can align. Building your company is gonna be subcontracted. And before you know it, 2 years it will be 3 years it will be. Come on, business, then mamuna gamba kuti sindufuna nkazo mango ka. Sindufuna nkazo banda ambition. And you should understand, a lot of women, they lose themselves to a degree where they don't even have an ambition for themselves, and they lose attractiveness because they don't have an identity of their own.
True.
Because one of the beautiful things that Nkazo Jama Kalanajo is stemmed from her pursuing also visions that interest her, not just a man.
Yeah, okay. I feel strongly. Guy, whether it's per talking stage kind of dating, I feel like we miss out on a lot of important things that we need to be discussing. Right? Which affects people when they get married. Right? Because but dating guy, whether you and I always say this, I think in my past episodes I've also talked about good honesty, guys. It's very important, but honesty, so with what is the color of your eye, and then you say it's brown. I'll be black. No, I'm talking about conversations that need to be had, you know, like things that really matter to you, right? Because I feel like there are only just a few things which, like when it comes to a woman, they'll talk about when they want to start having sex with their partner, whether within there I want to wait till we get married, or in there I have a 3-month period before we start having sex. But also, that's not the only important thing that you have to be talking about. Financial matters, you have to talk about them. Kids, do you want to have kids or not? Don't just assume because then we're going to immediately start having kids. No, some women don't want to have kids. Even some men don't want to have kids, right? So have those kind of conversations. And also about you as a person, your goals, your careers. You also need to know what kind of a man you want. It's not just a matter of I have a man and then you're calling my man. I'm in a relationship and then you think that will boost your status in the society. No. Does this man check some of your boxes? Right? Because nobody would ever check all your boxes. No. Komano, most of them. Does he do that? Character-wise, what are his aspirations? Who is he as a person? Right? Is he goofy enough for you? Or his goofiness irritates you? If his goofiness irritates you, I don't think that you have to. No. Important discussions. You need to be having important discussions. And especially as finances, right? As a man, do you want your woman to be working or not? Right? And when you meet a woman, are you able to tell this woman, and which is also wrong, because some men, not all of them, you are chasing career-oriented women and then expecting because you have them, then they have to also succumb
to traditional women.
You know, dude, that's wrong. Just go find that traditional woman. Because you want this career woman and Komano, you also want her to be having all the qualities that a traditional woman has. Because you were in your mind, or in this submission, meaning everybody else thinks about submission. When I say jump, she says how high. Ugafuna, when you want sex, she has to be giving to you. That's your definition of submissive. You want her to be cooking, cleaning, whatever, service you, go to work, do whatever, take care of the kids, while you just come home and you are just on your phone and you're expecting everything else to be handed to you on a silver platter. No.
And you know, that's
why we're talking about what is submission exactly.
Because submission in the terms of a chores, not
exactly
in context of vision.
No.
Because at the end of the day, there are people in Agudi, she can be submissive and you have a maid in the house.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with cooking in the kitchen.
Nothing like that.
And there are also other women that can cook for you, do everything for you in the house, yet they're not submissive.
There's no balance.
There is a balance. I think in this desperate people, misery loves company.
Exactly.
So a lot of us in Malawi, when it comes to women, find a man who is smart enough to hustle, wise enough to lead, spiritual enough to lead you towards your faith, and also funny enough to entertain you as a person, good holistically as a person. And these are gonna differ over people, but you now have to know what makes you feel loved, what makes you feel cared for. You come across certain people that want to be loved, but they don't even know what love is for them.
True.
All right. So, and we are yet to figure ourselves out, and we are out there trying to look for other people to help us figure ourselves. Because all in question, I'm gonna call it quao. They believe in Ujeni Mitara. There are a lot of women that are okay with that arrangement. So I like you bad. And there was a day I was looking for a space.
Yeah.
Then the woman does my of Ujen Ajislam. So I'm a Gambidana. So there was a context, you know. We are Gamba Zankazi Nzage, uyakamba zankazi zake ine mamuna anga amene ankafuna utenga wakuti anapeza kena kake nachita kukanitsa kuti akakande mutinyozetsa koma pano wakuti ndeti mamvana. You understand? And I was there, I was like,
this is quite interesting.
This is quite interesting. Yeah. Somebody can say, no, this is yeah. But Kanzimai is okay with the arrangement. Yes. So you cannot just bring out an arrangement on somebody. A lot of us are failing on that communication because we cannot even come together with ourselves. So Andambidi, Chimene Chikungofunika is us first to identify ourselves, because a lot of us are losing ourselves in relationships because we are not even losing ourselves in relationships. The relationships are escaped from ourselves. Now, when we escape from ourselves and find ourselves in the relationship and we are dumped, now we are heartbroken. No, man, you were stupid. You didn't prioritize yourself first. Stupid. You wanted somebody else to prioritize and help you figure you out. Now, when they gave you an identity and left you, they stripped you of everything. Now, for now, another woman, another man is not going to sustain that. You can sustain that because you're going to live with yourself more than you're going to live with anyone else. If the husband dies today, ndekubwere mkazi wina ukuthi kwabwera mkazi wina adzamusiya padzuwa akadzansiya padzuwa, what will become of her and her family? You understand, gentlemen? If I love you as a person, ndizizifusa kuti ndizivomereza kuti at any time you can change your mind about me, and when you change your mind about me, I can still be okay with or without you.
Exactly.
A lot of us are not okay because whether we like it or not, people come, people go. People are either gonna die, people are either going to betray you. These are two things. When they say, loving you, they're going to be with you, they're still loving you, and they're going to die while they're still loving you. Kabena, if they choose, they're going to betray you. The question is, how are you going to be with yourself? And a lot of people, we have not yet figured that out.
We take it one day at a time.
One day at a time.
We're taking one day at a time. When it happens, they must will be heartbroken. We'll move.
Miles Monroe is one of my favorite people that have helped my understanding. He said, I love my wife, I love my kids, but I've lived with the loss of losing them, even though I have them. Okay, I love my wife, but I can wake up tomorrow and my wife has passed on. I'm going to be okay with it. I have committed forever with my wife, but if I wake up tomorrow and she says, you know what, I'm not going to be here with you, I'm still going to be okay. A lot of us are not there, and it doesn't mean good you have to be cold-hearted. It means good you have to be matured enough to love the people, and even that is what brings a healthy love.
It does.
Because I'm not going to try to force you. It's beautiful if I tell you, babe, ndubanga kuti sindikukuza kuti iwe whether you like it or not ubangeza kuti koma wekhonera babe uzoyani ndinani ndindrama ndimafuna lese ndipange invest makuru I'm going to give it first kwa iweyo, then we should do ABCD. Now you do on this project mwina wina wake podzamva adzamva kuti mamuna wako watsa 5 million, but they have no idea kuti mina mamba investment yake unaika 1 million.
Yeah.
So now the other one is being submissive to a vision of another one. The other one is loving the other person by pushing a vision. So this one is a two-way street. So love is failing not because love is a very funny thing. It can either be cultivatable or it can be killed, because there is an environment of love where it has to thrive. There is a person who, in love, there is no I am greater, I am smaller. There is you helping the other person to be better, the other person helping you to be better. Yeah. But the question is, you cannot help another person to be better if you have not helped your life to be better. And that person cannot help you to be better if they have not helped their life to be better.
Sadamori, why am I quiet today? I'm just tired with humans. This week has been too long. A lot of things are happening to everybody. People are being dumb and stupid. So, guys, it's like there's really no balance, hey? Come on, for me, it always stems down to your personal choice. Right. We're going back to choices, right? Exactly. And a lot of people, I think, we are stricken with that disease, right? We are not able to make choices that will benefit us. And the most hard choices in life are the ones that are the best decisions that we can ever make for ourselves. I'm not saying go hard as in kill somebody. No, I'm talking about life-altering decision when you see goody a relationship or the place that you are at is not, it's toxic, and you are saying, but I can't leave. What do you mean? Okay, we also don't know. Bring it down, Google. We don't know the circumstances for you to say you can't leave or you cannot do whatever or what no one. The most hardest decisions in life are the most best decision. And to even make a decision to say, you know what, what if I can just trace back what my issues are always about people, not looking at the relationship necessarily, but you individually. Kuti ineo pali zinthu zina zake moyo mwangamo ndimona ngati sizimayenda chimayendinga ndi chani, right? And I'm not talking about spiritual attacks, whatnot, because in life there are so many areas, right? And it's not everything else that is always spiritual. No, there are also a lot of things that happen to us because of our dumb decisions. Komano ifoyena wuji chintu ijano ja crashana utsogologo, now you'll be like, hey, komarine, my ancestors. Inantu watu amandironda londa. One case in, for example, financial management, right? Because a lot of issues also they stem from my finances as people. We don't know how to handle our finances, right? Ukakawudi kawawina ka contract ka 1 million. Iwe ontaya moya mpaka organize koma ndende kakuletu iPhone yakuti yakuti cha. Within 2 weeks that 1 million is gone, and then be like, ubira wabuso gozo every time when I have ndikakhala kuti ndili ndi contract sindimaona kuti ndalama zanga zimayenda pati. I think munthu unagana ndipangira mankhwala, but you're forgetting kunena kuti how are you managing your finances? Do you have financial literacy, financial management literacy to be specific, right? Because most of our problems, they stem from the decisions that we make, how we handle matters and whatnot, right? Before we even get to, I'm not saying goody spiritual attacks are not real. They are real. I've seen them. I've been through them. You know what? That's a story for another day. But maturity is also realizing kunena goody into zinazage my habits that we do as people, they affect us. So it's always good to go back. Okay, let me change. Timaina would change is impossible, but I can tell you change is very possible. Change is very, very possible. And how is it possible? It's by the choices and decisions that we make, by changing a certain habit into going into healthy habits that can make life a bit better for us. Even to say, to decide today saying, I'm not going to care about what people say or how people think about me. That is one of the best decisions that as a person you can also make for yourself.
And the funny thing is, my agent spiritual side. Now, I was checking this other verse. Now you should hear. I think people have heard this. Okay, people have heard this, but I think they haven't taken. Joshua 1:8 says, "This book of law shall not depart from thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make your way thy prosperous, and thou shalt have good success." When you get to see that, it's not just a conditioning of the mind, it's a development of habits. Because something that you think over each and every day develops habits. And those habits, if done consistently, now your life changes the trajectory of where it is going. A lot of us have neglected that major side. You should understand, demons do not invade where people did not open doors.
No.
You see? So somebody has to open a door to say, well, can you do this?
And who opens that door?
Yeah.
Yourself.
The Bible says, I've said you're gods. Understand? Meaning no other person can enter in a territory of another person without that person giving an access. So now what we have to do is close accesses. There are certain people, as much as they sound good, I'm not going to entertain them. I think this other day I realized the demons at a certain point in the Bible, they were telling, but Jesus didn't let them speak, because it's not who is saying the right thing, it's from the heart of the thing that is coming from. I've realized God is not really, he's going to judge your actions, but first he looks at the heart where that thing is coming from. Because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks and flows issues of life. So, Antufe, we neglect that.
That same verse, right? I also want you to look at it in this perspective. It talks about meditating the word, and we're talking about things that you meditate upon over and over again. They become you, right? Everybody else has that. You know what? Here we're talking in the context of the word of God, but your character did not just become your character if you were not
conditioned.
Conditioned by other people, the society, but even yourself. Right? Your values did not just become your values if you were not telling yourself over and over again,
this is right.
I can never allow a man touch me in this way. You have told yourself that over and over, and then when it becomes you, right? There are so many things that we have affirmed, we have meditated, we have told ourselves, you don't know why I'm a boy, but you've told yourself over and over and over again. So there is both good and a bad side. Things that you can meditate over and over, which are good, and also other things that you have meditated over and over that have made your character. They have also made you to be who you are, but also in a bad light. So I will encourage this. It's time to break some of those things. Those things that are making our lives a little bit difficult. I wanted to talk about something. Have you ever heard, to both men and women, but I'll talk mostly on the women's side. I've seen these cases so many times where the babe will always be complaining, as Mona, they just use me. They just sleep with me and then leave me. Like I've never had a proper relationship, because every man that comes in my life, they just use me and then they just leave me, right? Men mostly will talk about money, whatnot. And then they will go on and say, but I'm a good person, I don't hurt anybody, da 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 da. But also, who told you that you're a good person? Sorry. Who did? Because being good is also subjective.
The definition of good is different.
Yeah, other people, they might say, well, I'm a good person, and another group will say, well, I'm a Gugu. Gugu ni muntu woyiba. Right? I've had people that have said, well, in India ni muntu woyiba. I've had people say, well, I'm a Gugu ni muntu wabwino. Right? All those people wrong and right, probably both. Probably both parties are correct. But what I wanted to say is, we should not just be jumping. I'm a good person. What are the traits? I mean, you're busy attracting these flies to you, and then they just get what they want and then they leave. What are you doing as a human person to, and even as both women and men that find themselves in these situations? What is it? You're making me a little bit angry at you, but yeah.
And I always say, a toilet will not complain. Good people just go there and dump waste, because that's what it has capitalized in doing. So if sex is all I have to offer, people are not using me. They're just doing what I am able to do. If it's money that all people only just come for me to, they're Gucci. That's what I am, just an ATM. I think under Ambidi, we have to see ourselves valued more than what certain people and individuals have made us, have fed our egos. Because let's say a friend or the Agabwira tries to solve every problem with money. What will people think about that person? Every time it's a financial money. As my I'm
a nice guy, but hey,
nice
as I've not been lucky in relationships with girls. They just but I'm a very nice guy.
You're like my guy. Build. We haven't built a sustenance of ourselves, right? Because we are nice. We believe good. This becomes an escape of working on ourselves as people. Everyone else has advantages. Some people can talk good. I have a problem. I make people feel heard. What I speak to a woman, I'm in trouble.
And you talk a lot.
Yes, and I talk a lot.
Okay,
all right.
Yeah.
That's something that is an advantage, but also a disadvantage.
Very.
Now I have to work with when I speak, what am I saying? And also when I speak that thing, how is it affecting the next person? Now, you are going to, I have to offer sex. Okay, fine. We know what sex is good. Now, what another thing can you do apart from this? So
like conversational
wise.
Like, who are you as a person? Are you interesting?
So,
as in, what is it?
At the end of the day, that becomes the most important aspect. We have to come to places. Okay, guys, I'm going to work on this.
And also, yeah, my brain is misfiring today. All right, there are some men out there. All right, you like judging us women that like watching anime. I went back to his point of anime. You like judging us women that like watching anime. I will come for your soul. Not for your life, but I'll come for your soul. Leave my animes alone. All right, just love us for who we are. We're weird. We get it. We understand. We know. All right? We love anime, people. Respect them. Don't undermine or mumunyozele muntu zimene amawondai. All right? Just because you want them to fit into the narrative that you're trying to present. It's not like that. It's like me ndize kunyozela no ujene. Ija VX. Gari yo pepeje.
Zima VX?
BMW ndisekunenera ni vum vum wanu jamene mankonda ona ndimunyoza ameno jai mumva bo you don't want to feel nice. No. So
Gugu, we are sorry.
Okay, thank you. Yes. So all I'm saying is let us accept each other and find ourselves to marinate with one another, with both our flaws, our strengths, and whatever, and try to build each other, not only one person. Because the other party also, when we're going back to submission, one person is expecting one person to be doing everything for them, and you're not doing anything for that person. No, this life is all about helping one another. Even right? You're not doing the work by yourself. You have people, you have a whole team. Even Basivi, I'm a team player. The marriage issue is a team. So be a team player. In a relationship, be a team player. All of us here podcast, we're team players. You know, hey, you know what I'm saying?
I
but anyway, I know we're not team players.
Yeah, I know government mumasangala.
You also masangala. Everybody sangala is here. But yes, the bottom line is, what is the bottom line? The bottom line is, let us be honest with one another about the things that we want. Ngadiba izinto zina zake umazati makhala ndi my delusions enake when I would they can never materialize in this life, but you're still chasing that delusion, and you even give that delusion to another person or especially my relationship sim. And then when that person is not fitting that delusion, basi zindu za tabu. You know what? Let us also break these delusions that we have. It's not fair for some of us. We're just children. I'm just a baby right now. I am. All right. But
I think going back to you, I don't know if
no, she's not wrong.
Yeah.
You know what, girl? I support you.
Yeah.
I support you. If you want to leave. If that will give you peace, do it. In fact, it will give.
At the end of the day, I think there is also another person that, if she ever watches this, the late man's wife.
Yeah.
I think to me, I would say, Goody, I think nobody told her gave her an apology.
Never.
Because at the end of the day, it's more than just losing the person you love, but also on the same day you figure out with the person you had loved all along, loved
and
another
not just
person.
lie, but
betrayal
of the highest order.
I think this other one, I think 1 Corinthians 13:4 says. Okay, so 1 Corinthians 13:4-7 says, love is patient and kind. Love is not jealousy or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It's not irritable, and it keeps no record of being wronged. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance.
Okay. I know what you have a point. And then the sorry, upire sukuvesija imene manena kuti what is the greatest commandment. Imene Yesu adafusa ichi. Ndi adatsayankha kuti love love your neighbor as you love yourself. Upire sukuvesi ngati imene ichai. Okay,
Matthew 22:36. He says, teacher, in NLT, teacher, which is the greatest commandment in the law? And Jesus replied, love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first greatest commandment. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. And all the law and the prophets depended on these two commandments.
Nice.
So in here, at the end of the day, I think when people say good love is patient, Chanjani, it's patient because it's not self-seeking. All right, it's enduring because it has a track record of loving you and putting you first. So when we talk about all these things, it's still that element. We don't want people to submit because we are imprisoning them. They are submitting because we have loved them.
In summary, if you don't like what is being dished out to you, don't dish it to other people. Because the greatest commandment says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. In there, I don't think could you love you or somebody else to be as they should be calling you names, even though you silly. Even though you baby. You know what, my dad said that once. I sat down, I'm like, baby. Anyway, back to the story. Right? Anyway, I was like, but anyway. So it means initially you don't love yourself because why are you doing the things that you wouldn't like somebody else to do them to you and you're giving them to that person? I don't know if that makes sense, but why are you doing that? If you cannot allow yourself get hurt, why are you hurting another person? That all sums it up. Yeah, Corinthians, what Jesus said in his answer about love. Guys, if you are going to be hurt when you see your partner has cheated on you, why are you going to cheat? I know, no, but it was not planned. It just happened. What do you mean it just happened? These things don't just happen.
There is a meditation. There is you considering those things, planning.
Yeah. Then why would you do that to another person? You know what? I'll be like, if you're considering on cheating, at that point, Zatapo, tiende, winner, go do it with that person. Ndisiyeni. Ndampaka nyumba galu janjani. Zikasewela ndiyajona nchewe zainizo. But anyway, you know what, guys? It has been a very beautiful day. Thank you for the video. Today we just came here to chill. We were having a laissez-faire kind of Monday. I don't know if that makes sense. Laissez-faire. Right? We're in a laissez-faire mood. It's not the one that was...
Hiji will be that guy in there.
Yeah. But let's love one another. Let's not hurt each other. And if you are that person that was hurt, heal. Heal, guy. Before you hurt another person, and then the cycle continues, that hurt person continues to hurt another person, and then, you know what? Basiru, we are living in that cycle. But no.
People hurting people.
Let's heal so that we can love better. Let's know who we are so that we can attract the right things for ourselves. And yeah, if you didn't get in your previous life, you were a bad person, yeah, then your karma is good, Basiru. You're just going to be fucked up with this life. But anyway, let's love one another. Let's be honest with one another. Let us be true to ourselves and each other. Let's love this week. Ndisamve kunkhani zobusa. We are mouth zakambe nkhani zajukonti zenizeni.
True love,
you know, because every week muzinduza kuti makuti ifakele ndabwera onyanyala lelo. I'm not doing this because I'm tired of this thing. Can you please give me a story that will be like, oh my goodness.
That's I think the other day in Magani said planes that land safely don't make headlines. I think there are a lot of relationships and marriages that even are happy, and I think that information that can be passed on it.
Yes, and I want to hear stories like those. You know what? Next Monday, we dandi gailen koninkani zodelo. So na wote tikabaya next week. It is not come, guys. Muda antu ameno anakasamba badipo. Antu warunda akuvelela na kugoma ado.
Ndamsangana nari.
Tsukwemene ndende zachena. Tizachena nzabwesa soma wine glasses so. Pazakhala zokongola sukulimene lo ndemu zangu zodelo kuli nkhani ya chikondi.
Nkhani yanga ya chikondi. True love.
Ine soto ndina.
Iyase.
Ine soto ine true love ijalo ina ndigundako. So mazewa?
Ine ndimene. Yeah. Look kudabwa.
Two baby mamas and one that we do not know with twins.
Ndipo Malawi akuti ine ndi mapasa amene ndinakana amene nesindikudziwa. And if you are the baby mama who has my twins, please contact me.
It's rough out here, but we love you. I love you. You know what? If you don't have a soulmate, if nobody has said I love you today, I love you. You know what? Let me do this right. Yeah. Okay. I love you. Today, tomorrow, and forever. I love you. Till next time.
Just in case your boyfriend didn't tell you this, I love you. I care about you so much. Hey, mommy. Have a good night.
I love you so much.
And that is